evening and welcome to Biz RoundUp. I am Tamiru Nimsat and we at Art Television bring you a collection of business highlights. Let's have a look at the headlines. President fast-tracks the gold development project. Human Rights Watch, as usual, finds faults in another Sri Lankan commission. Sri Lanka and India moves to enhance bilateral technological relations. News in detail. President Ranil Wickremesinghe has taken decisive steps to expedite the development of gold by announcing the establishment of a special commission during his recent inspectional tour of the city and Gold Fort area. Expressing concern over the sluggish progress in relocating government institutions from Gold Fort, the President emphasized the need for accelerated development efforts. The President said this during his visit to Gold Fort and the Gold Concerto last week. During his visit, the President underscored the importance of streamlining organizational structures by integrating key entities under a unified framework for the Gold City Plan. He also emphasized the swift execution of plans to enhance tourism in the region, seeking input from various stakeholders regarding Gold Fort's development. Accompanying the President on this occasion were Ministers Ramesh Pathirana, Manusha Nanayakara and Member of Parliament Wajira Abeyewardena. Furthermore, President Wickremesinghe attended the 2024 Gold Literary Festival at the Gold Fort, which resumed this year after a hiatus. The festival featured renowned authors, writers, journalists and publishers from around the world. It also witnessed various activities including workshops, discussions and lectures on its second day. President Wickremesinghe also actively participated in discussions with literary critics, visited bookstores and explored available books. In pursuit of economic diplomacy, the Embassy of Sri Lanka in Bahrain convened a meeting with FinTech Bay on the 8th of January 2024. The meeting was held between Ambassador HMGRRK Wijeratna Mendes and Bahrain FinTech Bay Chief Operating Officer Suzy Alzira. The discussion aimed to explore synergies in the fintech sectors of both nations amidst ICT advancements. During the discussion, emphasis was placed on fostering collaboration beyond conventional trade and investment paradigms. Minister Shashika Somaratne, along with Sri Lankan IT professionals in Bahrain and key officials from Sri Lanka's ICTA and BOI, also contributed to the dialogue. The meeting signals a proactive step towards leveraging mutual strengths in the burgeoning fintech landscape, promising avenues for future partnerships and innovation. State Minister of Technology Kanaka Herath convened with Indian High Commissioner to Sri Lanka, Santosh Jha, at India House in Colombo recently. The focal point of discussion centered on fortifying bilateral relations, particularly in the technology domain, with a spotlight on Sri Lanka's innovative digital ID project. High Commissioner Jha's invitation underscores the growing cooperation between both nations in technology and digital ventures. Both officials reaffirmed their dedication to synergizing efforts for technological advancement. The joint venture on digital identity signifies a promising avenue for Sri Lanka, poised to enhance governmental services, foster financial inclusion and bolster security measures. Human Rights Watch has criticized Sri Lanka's proposed Commission for Truth, Unity and Reconciliation, stating it replicates past failed efforts and neglects victims' needs. The bill, published at the beginning of this year, excludes significant abuses during the 1983 to 2009 civil war and fails to meet international legal obligations. According to Human Rights Watch, the government's approach aims to deflect international pressure and lacks accountability for past atrocities. It said that victims' communities continue to face repression, hindering justice and redress. The proposed commission echoes previous ineffective efforts and overlooks existing non-performing agencies, raising concerns about its mandate overlap and lack of victim support. Concerned governments are urged to refrain from funding or endorsing the commission and instead push for enhanced accountability measures. The Human Rights Watch said President Wickremesinghe's government's actions, including targeting dissent and minority communities, cast doubts on the sincerity of reconciliation efforts. Human Rights Watch emphasizes the urgent need for genuine accountability and justice in addressing Sri Lanka's troubled past. Stay tuned. We will return after this short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. An upcoming exhibition in Baoji City, Xi'an Province, China, scheduled for March 2024, aims to showcase Sri Lanka's trade investment opportunities and rich culture. The event will feature over 40 Sri Lankan stalls displaying a diverse range of Sri Lankan products with the participation of more than 100 entrepreneurs and traders. A delegation comprising Chinese and Sri Lankan organizers visited Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena at Temple Trees on January 23rd to apprise him of the proposed Sri Lankan exposition in Xinjiang. The exhibition intends to not only showcase Sri Lankan trade and investment prospects but also promote the country's tourism sector. The Chinese entrepreneur team, including Liang Yong, Guo Feng, Li Xiangyong, Li Fei, and Zhao Shiquang, outlined the exhibition's objectives and scope during their meeting with Prime Minister Gunawardena. MP Yadamini Gunawardena and Sri Lankan organizers, including former Deputy Mayor of Matale, Milmi Mohammed, Herbie Silva, Mohammed Rashid, Ganesh Mahendran, and Chalna Fernando were among the attendees at the briefing session. Their presence underscores the collaborative efforts between the two nations to foster economic and cultural ties through such initiatives. Ambassador JATS Priyangika Vijayagunasekara of Sri Lanka engaged in discussions with Nabil Khatib, the first Vice Chairman of the Jordan Chamber of Commerce, on January 22nd, aimed at bolstering economic relations between the two nations through delegations and trade missions. During the dialogue, Ambassador Vijayagunasekara highlighted the Sri Lanka-Jordan trade relations since 1965 and stressed the enhancement of economic ties, political stability, and financial cooperation. The ambassador underscored the significance of attracting Jordanian investors to the Colombo port city for Sri Lanka's socio-economic development. She expressed readiness to facilitate communication between Sri Lanka and the Jordanian Chamber of Commerce, leveraging the strong bilateral relationship to connect businesses from both countries effectively. Vice Chairman Khatib emphasized the importance of encouraging private sectors in Sri Lanka and Jordan to explore collaboration opportunities in trade, tourism, and investment. He advocated for increased visits by business delegations and further support for existing tourism cooperation between the two nations. Hisham Dweik, the Director General of the Chamber, highlighted growth in trade between Sri Lanka and Jordan, reaching approximately $79 million in the first 10 months of the previous year. State Minister for Technology Kanaka Herath spearheaded a constructive session with Australia's Digital Transformation Agency to explore avenues for knowledge exchange. The meeting was held in Colombo recently. The dialogue delved into DTA's effective strategies in catalyzing digital evolution throughout Australia, offering valuable insights for Sri Lanka's adaptation. Minister Herath commended the collaborative efforts, acknowledging the pivotal roles of Secretary Dharmashri Kumartunga and Director Janaka Sampath Gikenege. Noteworthy attendees included Australian Deputy High Commissioner Lalita Kapoor and DTA Assistant Director Alec Hillas, signifying a commitment to sustained engagement. This inaugural meeting sets the stage for ongoing discourse, underlining a shared commitment to propel Sri Lanka's digital trajectory forward with Australian expertise. Stay tuned. We will return after the short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. The inaugural Explore Sri Lanka 2024 exhibition in Brazil marked a significant milestone as the first single-country exhibition dedicated to Sri Lanka in Brazil. The event, themed around history, heritage, culture, trade, tourism, cuisine, and products of Sri Lanka, was a collaborative effort between Sri Lankan Embassy and the Secretariat for the International Relations of Brazil. The event was held at the Renato Russo in Brazil recently. Dignitaries, diplomats, business leaders, tour operators, and journalists graced the opening ceremony, emphasizing the importance of fostering closer ties between the two nations. Ambassador Sumit Dasanayake underscored Sri Lanka's diverse tourist attractions, the robust tourism industry, and investment opportunities across various sectors. He encouraged partnerships between Sri Lankan and Brazilian counterparts for mutual benefits, highlighting opportunities in the southern Hambantota port area and Colombo port city. Sri Lanka's recognition as the fourth most sought-after solo travel destination by Forbes magazine for 2024 further underscored its appeal to global travelers. Secretary for Asia Pacific and Russia of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Brazil, Ambassador Eduardo Paes Saboia, praised the exhibition's role in raising awareness about Sri Lanka in Brazil. Paco Brito, Secretary of International Relations of the Federal District Government of Brazil, expressed delight in co-hosting the vibrant exhibition, pledging continuous support to promote Sri Lanka in Brazil. The Commission to investigate allegations of bribery or corruption made a significant move in combating corruption by conducting its first crackdown on a sexual bribery incident in the private sector recently. This action was made possible under the new Anti-Corruption Act No. 9 of 2023, which extends the powers of the Bribery Commission beyond the public sector. In a targeted operation approved by the Commission, officials apprehended an individual serving as both an accountant and human resources manager at a private hotel. The arrest followed allegations of soliciting a sexual bribe from a female employee, prompted by a complaint filed by a resident of Mahavilachia. According to the complaint, the female employee was promised several benefits in exchange for complying with the illicit request. These inducements included the full payment of 75% of current service charges, assurance of future employment confirmation by high authorities, and the guarantee of an uninterrupted work environment. The accountant had allegedly coerced the employee into a compromising situation by arranging for her to engage in sexual activity within a room at a private hotel in Habarana. The swift response from Bribery Commission officials led to the apprehension of the suspect, who is now slated to face legal proceedings at the Kakirao Magistrates Court. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Sri Lanka organized the donation of Ceylon tea to the people of Palestine in the Gaza Strip, symbolizing Sri Lanka's enduring support for Palestine. Acting Minister of Foreign Affairs Taraka Balasuriya presented the donation to Ambassador Zuhair Hamdallah Zayed of Palestine in a ceremony held at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Colombo, recently. Ambassadors from Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Iran, and diplomats from Iraq, Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, Libya, and UAE attended the event, demonstrating regional cooperation and support. Minister Balasuriya reiterated Sri Lanka's commitment to alleviating the Palestinian people's plight and reaffirmed President Wickremesinghe's offer to construct a school in Palestine upon the restoration of stability. Secretary of Foreign Affairs Aruni Wijewardena expressed commitment to seek a resolution to the issue, echoing sentiments expressed at the recent Non-Aligned Movement Summit in Uganda. Ambassador Zayed expressed gratitude for Sri Lanka's gesture of goodwill and highlighted the enduring friendship between Palestine and Sri Lanka. Additional Secretary O.L. Amir Rajwat lauded the efforts of the Sri Lanka Tea Board, Sri Lankan Airlines, for facilitating the transportation and delivery of the Ceylon tea consignment to Gaza. This humanitarian gesture underscores Sri Lanka's dedication to supporting Palestine in times of need, reflecting the country's values of compassion and solidarity on the global stage. With that, we wind up for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. See you tomorrow with State of Business at 7:45 p.m. Take care and good night.